Friday. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I thought I wasn't going to be able to live stream today, but I can. So that's exciting news here. So hello to everybody who can usually make it on a Friday, and maybe some people who aren't usually here and would like to be live as well. You're all welcome, and hello to everybody who watches in the future. Right, that's enough of my face. Let's get to the desk and have a look at what we've made with the November kit so far. Good morning to Georgia and Joanna. We're on two different sides of the planet. Oh, Joanna says it's hot in Melbourne. It's not hot here. It's very cold. Anyway, we have got one throwback layout that we started with. And we've got then 2 4x6 photos, trying to make some photos that look a bit Christmassy themselves, feel more autumnal. And then 1 4x6 with 2 3x4s and working with lots of pieces in a box. I need to fix the lettering, I know. 2 4x6s bringing lots of other collections in, but having just enough of the colors from this month's kit that hopefully it feels like a good mix when we get it into the album. And then a single 4x6 going back to the autumn look and lots of layers across the middle here. Today, we're going back to 2 4x6 and we're going to scrapbook the Lego Man story. So I've got one photo of him in his costume to go with the picture of him getting his new Lego fig to match that costume. So there we go. I might even have a little guest star toward the end. He's currently eating breakfast, cooking breakfast, something breakfast related, breakfast adjacent. So let's do some bend and snap. And then let's have a look at the list of strategies we came up with last month, where I showed you basically my go-to plans for when I have 2 4x6 photos. And we're going to see if we take one of those same sketches that we used last month, how do we use this month's supplies and this month's kind of style to make it look different than the last time we used that sketch. So it's this side that has 2 different, 2 portrait 4x6 photos, just like I have here. And we did all 4 of these different methods in October. So we did one that was more pattern blocked. We did one that was a 1/3, 2/3 background on the vertical. We swapped that and did a half and half on the horizontal. And toward the end of the month, we took all of the scraps that were left and did a big paper stack composition in the bottom corner. So the other page that we did with the control photos is here, which is none of these 4 exactly, but to my mind comes more closely to this one. Because we've got a solid background and we've got a very boxed element happening here. It does have elements of this because it has lots of scraps, but they're all contained in a box. So you can kind of take a little bit from each one. So this comes first, interestingly, although I'd kind of like this to land on the right-hand page. So in my mind, this might actually come here. So that makes me feel like this composition is the winner for today. So we're going to look at what we could put together to have a 1/3, 2/3 background, 2 photos, probably sitting top right, because I'm imagining it being across the double page spread from left to right. It's going to be on the left-hand side. I think that's going to work. Okay. It's not the end of the world if it ends up on the right-hand side next to that one, by the way. But let's go ahead and pick some supplies, and then I will update this sketch specifically for today and put it in the notebook. All right, so let's look at what we have got. Hello, Louise and Heather and Jean and Naomi. Naomi got her stamps yesterday. First ever set of stamps she's owned. Do you have an acrylic block? Are you good to go? Make sure you get a block, because I have known people to just buy one set of clear stamps and not know about blocks, and then try to figure out how to get them to stamp cleanly, and it's a bit of adventure. You need a block. Okay. Right. Let's look at what papers we've got here. So I'm wondering, about quite a neutral background with a splash of something else. So that combination looks great, but not for those photos. Yeah. We'll find it. We'll find it. Not the mushrooms. If we stayed with the B-side stuff. This is still a full sheet. That's why I was kind of taking a little longer look. What if we went with this red? It's like a orangey red, really warm red. Oh, autumn. I love autumn supplies, but then I took all these indoor photos this month. And the red and blue is an interesting thing. I should have, planned ahead and been like, we're going to put red and blue in this kit. But I did not. I have this blue. What happens if we go with that? I'm not convinced. I'm just looking. I don't like them together. This is so cool and this is so warm. Again, this feels too warm for that. What about this though? I don't like that the pattern is, the colors are okay here. Not loving the pattern together. Okay, so let's start with that. Because we could make one of them be leaves. Ah, fabulous. Naomi is on it with the blocks. She's figuring it out. Brilliant. So if we did that, just going to see, do I like it better with the one shot of the red or big bit of red with that? Oh, what do you think? Prefer lots of red and a little neutral. I am going to throw some blue in, but I just don't think it's going to be that icy blue. Or lots of neutral and a little bit of red. You can vote on that. I'll put up a poll. Start a poll. Lots of red. Lots of, what are we calling that? Grayish? Okay, so you're just picking, one of them is going to be 1/3 and one of them is going to be 2/3. So do you want the 2/3 to be lots of red or do you want the 2/3 to be lots of grayish? Okay. While you vote on that, I'll do my speech and then we'll sketch it out and get started. Lovely. Oh, we got opinions straight away in that poll. Interesting. Right. Hello. My name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes and design scrapbooking products and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it's my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my #advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you are live, chatty, watch from Tomorrowland, quiet, craft, don't craft, thinking about coming back to craft. Maybe you just craft at Christmas. I'm here for you. All the stuff that you might need is in the description box probably. So that includes my 2 Christmas classes. They're right at the top of the description box underneath where it says Happy Friday. So you can sign up for Journal Your Christmas. That's the one that's a lot about writing and has a scrapbook element. You can do it without the scrapbooking if you just want to do the writing. Totally cool. That's Journal Your Christmas. The other one is all about photography and videos, and that one is called Share Your Christmas. They are both there, and there's a bundle deal. If you want to do both, you can do both together. But both classes, if you sign up once, you get all your future Christmases, as many years as you want to join in. at no extra cost. So just pay once and then you're with me. Then the other things you will find, oh, when did it get so dark in this shot? Hello. The other things you'll find in the description box below include all the supplies I'm using this month, that's November. All the supplies I'm using next month, that's December. And if you want to see what I'm using in my Christmas journal, those supplies are over on Shimelle.com. You can find links to my Instagram down in the description box. You can find my collections like Reasons to Smile and Main Character Energy at different scrapbook retailers like scrapbook.com and Cherry on Top. They're all linked in the description box. So click away. Make sure you check shops for coupon codes because we all love a bargain. All right, let's go. Oh, Georgia says she was having a browse of my blog this morning. Just looking for supplies or going way back and pulling out deep cuts from the past? Most of you want red. We're going red. All right. And pull. Okay. So that means we're going to do just 4 by 12 of the grays. And then here we go. All set. Oh, Shimelle, you're not square. There we are. Okay. Now, see, this one is a diagonal gingham, and I think this feels too farm. So the diagonal gives me more roller skate energy. Things I say online that make no sense to anyone but me. But you can follow my madness. It's all right. So we're going to end up like this. Right, so let's find what we can add to make that all make sense. So we need to pop some royal blue in here. Let's see what we have in terms of, is there any royal blue? Probably not. In the scraps from all the other Best of Both Worlds stuff all year long, or things that have been pulled out to go with Best of Both Worlds. There's a great royal blue tag there from Vicky B that I'm going to pull in. We are going to add, what else? Here's one. That was the B-side from a cut apart we had. Okay, that works great. And what do we have in terms of reds that didn't get used in other months? I wonder. Don't worry, we're still going to use plenty of the autumn stuff. We're just going to blend it in with reds and blues to make it all make sense. Okay. I think I've found some winners in kits of days of yore. Okay, so this is either stuff that has been in a kit and just been left over, or at some point along the year we've pulled it out to go with stuff in the kit, and instead of putting it just in random scraps, I've tried to keep all of those things in one spot. So like this was never in a kit, but we've pulled it out to use, I'm assuming this side, because as cute as the buffalo are, I don't think that I use them on anything. But that works great for these photos. We had some Bella B-sides where we had the Bella Besties, where we had the red hearts. This was a cut apart that we had at some point, and that has a nice blue. And then in Vicky's Where to Next, we've got blue and red tags here that seem a great choice. I'm going to start with this blue tag, and then I think I can kind of visualize where we're going to place everything and draw the sketch out so that then we can get it all stuck together. All right. So if we start with something like this, and this sketch has the writing going straight onto the right-hand side at the bottom. Now, I can't write on that pattern. So this is where we can start to create a slightly different idea to work out where things would go. And this could go underneath or on top. And we can build a little bit more around this so that it doesn't feel so floaty. Okay, so let's sketch that out. So if you're just joining, we've got another 2 4x6 photos, and these are the 4 sketches we used last month to show basically my 4 strategies that I tend to go to with pairs of 4x6 photos. We're going to use the same sketch, one of the sketches that we used in October, but we're going to change it up so that we can see exactly how the same idea ends up looking different with each page that you make with that same plan. So there are 2 photos, and they are going to go on a mat, probably a few of them. So we're going to stack up papers behind them. And our background is 1/3 greige and 2/3 red. Because you voted on that. It is a very warm red. All right. Then we can indeed still keep the title up at the top. I've drawn this a little too close to the top here. And we're going to have the journaling piece that sits down here. It's going to overlap more than that. And we'll probably need an additional journaling piece. So we can put that in next to it. And that then gives me this awkward spot. But I've taken care of the fact that this element doesn't work on this paper. So I've got 2 elements added in here. But now I have this weird space in between the journaling space and the border of the 2 papers. I don't really want that. So we just end up bringing something else that takes us over here. And this can be some sort of embellishment. We can then stick with some embellishment up here with the title. We'll probably end up with embellishment on this side too. And that gives us both a triangle and a diagonal that follows along that line. So this is a very, and today is what, 22nd, right? Yeah. 22/11/24. Okay. So that gives us a very similar but not identical plan. And we'll see, we can put this one next to the page that we used in October with that same sketch. And at the end, and we can see how that works out differently. All right, I'm going to switch back to brown ink against my better judgment. The costume makes me think black, but the papers that we've chosen so far make me think brown, so we're going to go there. Change that up. We're going to ink this one and get it stuck down straight away, and then start building on top of that. Now, interesting that we're going at this in a similar way that we did to the other Starlight photos, in that my whole challenge this month is to use that Cider and Donuts collection kit without making it feel like I only own the Cider and Donuts collection and everything is all about that collection. How do you use a collection kit and make it look like it's not the only thing you own? So we don't actually have any Cider and Donuts in here yet. And that's okay. Is this one big enough to hold? Oh, just. Okay. So we'll make that the closest mat because it's only barely big enough. We can cheat the size of the full mat just a little bit by overlapping this white line in the middle. So that gives us a start. I need to make sure that I'm working high enough on the desk. Okay, then let's bring in the red. Now this red box is smaller, but that's okay because we still have lots of red on this side of the page. So I'm just going to cut this into a box with what I have. And that's 9 times out of 10 what I'm going to do with scraps, because just use the size that you have, cut it into a box, and go from there. It is a really pretty blue paper. It's a Maggie Holmes B-side. Okay, so this is a print that has a right way up because it's hearts. So I know that's going to go over here. Yes, I know. I could cut out that inside because I'm really only using an L-shaped piece, but it scraps. So I don't worry about stuff like that. I've got more of it over here if I need to put it somewhere else on the page. Now I need some contrast because these reds are not the same red. I need something to lift it up. I'm wondering if this is where I could get in a layer from Cider and Donuts. And then I could bring back blue because this is a bigger box. So this could be the outside layer. So let us have a look at the pieces we've cut into from Cider and Donuts. It's an interesting choice. Okay, let's do the same sort of strategy. Let me cut where the paper naturally is and deal with what I've got there and see how it might work. Yeah. Okay. So then going to trim this one to go right along here. Then before I get to the blue, I want to check, is there anything left in Cider and Donuts that has a yellow? There's no yellow in these photos. Well, there's a tiny bit of yellow in these photos. Why am I drawn to yellow? It's because it will always give me that contrast lightness without having to go to plain white. So you could use white in the same sort of way, but if you love color, yellow is going to give you that effect without having to go to a lack of color. I really like having the white border around my photos, but then not having a lot of white elsewhere, because then, is that where I want that? Yeah. Because it just works a little works with the same strategy, but a little bit more color that way. Okay, so let's see what we could do to add in yellow. It might only be small pieces, and that would be okay. For example, this is a yellow B-side. Are there any of these that I know I'm not going to use? So, like, I'm going to find it pretty hard to use that one. It's super cute. It just doesn't match what I'll be scrapbooking. So that's one of those cards where I'd have to like fake a memory. I'd have to be like, today we're going to go to a farmer's market and find something, because it's so specifically outside of our experience that I wouldn't have anything. I don't need it to be exactly like this, but I wouldn't have anything that was even kind of semi-related. And it's not a flamingo. It's not like a random thing where I can put it in for being random, because it is themed to autumn. I don't know. It's just a little too far removed, so that one would be harder for me to use. I feel like I've over-explained that. So we can bring some of this to that side And I will, in this case, make a bit of Tetris here. We're going to turn it into an L block and a rectangle. Right. There was an edge here that was ever so slightly off what I wanted it to be. Okay, and then, so I have this kind of cut out here, so I want to put something in this corner. Just a little bit. And then I could move some of it up to this corner. Like here. All right, and then I think now we bring it back to a big shot of blue over the top, which is the perfect size. Yes. Okay. Go. I'm going to tidy this top edge up, but do this corner first. And then follow this one along here. And there's just enough, oh, that's a bit wonky. There's just enough room here that if I don't cover it up with tags, we can see that it is a star print, which is kind of nice. Okay, so we've got that. We've then got journaling that's going to come down to this bottom right corner. Now, there is a red one and a yellow one as well. This one feels a bit more autumn. So that, oh, hold on. We also have, I'm forgetting, we have a whole set of tags here. Ah, including one that has, we have both of those in tag tops there. But I am also looking at this. I need to remember that one. That looks very Starlight Express, that tag, but I'm not putting it on this page, but I need to remember that I have it. Okay. Oops. So if we had those two and the yellow floral. Oh, that's meant to be, because look, it's this Saturn Donuts card again. Interestingly, cider and donuts, not really a combination here. All right, so let's see what we could do with 3 tags in terms of not ending up with an awkward column here. What is everybody planning for the weekend? Georgia is going to a crop and she has packed reasons to smile so she can finally cut into it. We're here for that. Cut it up. Cut it up. All right. I missed one. Okay. So what do you think? That kind of mix. I'm just going to place them so that then I can have their lines match up, I think. You can do it, Georgia. I don't know what I was thinking about the lines matching up. They're not equally spaced. That's never going to happen. Okay, so then we could put them over, under. Oh, actually, having them not look like tags looks really cute. So I think that's what we have to do. Ha ha. That's funny. Okay, you know what I'm going to do though is I want this pattern on that side too, now that they're not tags. So I'm going to cut a strip of this off here. And we're going to go ahead and attach these directly to my background. Nobody will know that I've, which way do I want that? Here. That I've cut off that side because it's not going to show. Then I put it over here to match. There. Could come down further. It's also not sticky enough. Let's try again. Now I've made it so sticky that it's hard to move around. Awesome. Oh, Joanne is going on a road trip. We like it. Okay, does that give me enough journaling space and enough title room up at the top? I think yes. And I've got him on this 1/3 line. This one is looking a little wonky now that I've moved everything around. There we go. Which one of these blinds is giving me this tiny bit of light through the middle? Because it's playing havoc with my eyeballs. Let's put that back there. Okay. All right. Title up here. Embellishment going here, here, here. Yes, still like that. So let's have a look at cider and donuts embellishments. We've got stickers, chipboard, and die cuts. All right. I like them so much, but they don't go. We're gonna find it. We got Reasons to Smile die cuts in the kit too, so it's no. So we got options. We got options. Okay. See, we've got things to find. That one works. Okay, so that's my simple story stuff. Then what do we have here? Have a look for any brights in here that might make sense with the colors we've got. We've got like an aqua we can pull out in addition to red, blue, yellow. Not sure about that one, but I'm just going to see what might happen. The same die cut, but in paper rather than vellum. And we've got blue camera. Okay. So I pulled this one out because I've brought in this color. So there is the chance of making that work somehow. I can definitely bring in something like this. But then what can it match with is the trick. So maybe it goes up with the title. Oh, actually I like that. Okay, let's commit to that. Louise just pulled out her Christmas stash, and her last January Christmas journal is in there, and it was 2018, but she was thinking she had done one far more recently than that. These things sneak up on us, the passage of time. It's a good year to make some additions then. I think I cut this one in half to bring that pattern to both sides. Maybe this one is now super stuck. Okay, so that goes there. Maybe not that one then. We've got some pieces we can tuck in. Oh, Anne's got her Christmas stash box out. Getting ready. Yay, we love to hear it. One over here. So got a little mini diagonal across the photos. And bring the yellow is all closer to the bottom, so I'm just going to bring this tiny little notion of yellow up to the top here. Title's going to come out from there. Oh, Liz's stamps have arrived. Yay. Joanne must sign up for Journal to Christmas. Yes, go do it. Join us. Okay, so if this was kind of settled here, could this hold some embellishment and keep this space for writing? Bring a bit of the floral up to there and another bit of it down to here. Melinda says she feels like her weekend task is going to be getting Journal Your Christmas prepped. So we can go all the way there. We'll cut that off. And then this one just down here. Oh my goodness. The amount of Journal Your Christmas love in the comments. I'm loving it. Louise says it has saved her sanity, and Anne says it's her favorite class of the year. Yes, stamps definitely arriving in this part of the world. So those of you who are further afield, yours will be winging their way to you. That doesn't work. I've covered up all the green. So, trying to get this all from one die cut. There. Right. Which side is up on this? Oh, it's definitely that side. Oh, weird. Okay, if you've got these and they are looking somewhat muted, this one doesn't. This one looks nice and bright. But I've just kind of, it's like there's a residue on the vellum. It's not like on my hands, but it is making it come up cleaner. Just buffing it off a little bit. Weird. Okay. I'm not sure if I do want that there. I was thinking it could match the light blue of that, but it's not quite right. Okay. Are we feeling the red and blue meets autumn yet? Yes, Georgia, that's a great use of Christmas leftovers. And then you have room to pick up a new sketch. Melinda, I don't do prep videos, no. So you can prep if in whatever way you would like, and you can go back and watch that old video if it helps you. But I found the prep video was not helpful as a whole to the people who do my class. So remember, this year there's 2 types of videos that you're going to get throughout Journal of Christmas. There's a pre-recorded 1 pocket a day that will be there with your PDF prompt each day. And then I will do live streaming sessions of working on my actual album as the actual December goes on. Okay, there we go. Right. Let's put a bit of raised sticker happiness in here. This one says harvest memories. I do not have any harvest memories this particular year. I would have to go way back to my childhood for that. So I'm just going to take off the harvest. If you also don't do any harvesting, feel free to do the same because we can use the word memories, no problem. However, not clean the head there. Okay. Ooh, Anne bought a Vicky B kit a couple years ago and didn't use it. So she's going to use that along with a mix of other bits and pieces of her stash. I like a strategy like that. Very, very practical. Can I make one more of these match? I can do thankful. Can do the whole thing. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Hello. Hey, WB. Have you had a drink? Think you need something. Should not be coughing. It makes his mother nervous. Okay. Title then. Yes. So we've got the orange and the pink, and then I've also got the blue. So we are going to work them together somehow to make this be about the minifig. All right, so could I do the word new? N-E-W. Could I do it twice? Yes. That's what I want. I want new costume and then either new minifig or new Lego man. WB, which should it be? If the title on this is new costume, new, should it be new costume, new minifig or new costume, new Lego man? Minifig, he says. Okay. Amy, no, I'm not caught up, but I will be doing a catch-up session this afternoon. So she should get her a welcome email this afternoon. Yeah. Oh no, Sophia is still drinking her cold tea from breakfast. Oh, may the day not be too bonkers. Right, let's see where this E can fit. Like that. Oh goodness. Move this tag a little bit. To get the spacing right on the lettering. Come on, higher than that, but that is the right. Moved it all. Okay. There we go. There is some pink on this layout. Do I go with pink for costume and then blue for minifig? I think that's what I'm going to try. Reserve the right to change my mind. Joanna says, I have heard a lot about scrapbooking with 3 colors in decreasing percentages. Is this still a thing? Is it a thing? If it helps you, then yes, it's still a thing. If you've got a grasp of it, then you don't need to think of it that mathematically anymore. So if you're not familiar with this concept, the idea is you look at your photos and you pick 3 colors that either appear in your photos, or maybe one color that appears in your photos and 2 others that work well with that color. And one is your main color, so you're going to use that the most. And then you're going to use like 30%. So 60% of your layout is going to be one color. 30% of your layout is going to be the second color, and 10% is going to be the third color. So that's like your accent. If that helps you to think of a way, to think of your supplies that way, then by all means do that. It's certainly a design tactic that will always work. It's not a fad. It's not it's not going to lead you astray. That's what I mean. However, you'll notice that I use way more than 3 colors in my pages because that's what makes me happy. There is always some element of some colors are used more than others, though, in the design. So it's just kind of taking that same sort of strategy and not using it in the more simplified, distilled way anymore. But it's certainly how I used to get people who are brand new to the hobby who'd never seen a scrapbook page before, and they just brought their photos to our wall of cardstock back in the days when we used to have crops with like a shop there. We'd just go to the wall of cardstock and we'd take the pictures and be like, right, we're either going to choose 3 colors from the photos themselves, or 1 color from the photo plus 2 other colors that you like the color palette together. And then you're going to need 2 sheets of the main color and 1 each of the others. And that's how I would get them to like kit up their supplies back before we had lots and lots of options. Okay. Then, oh, I didn't need an S, just 1 S. Just 1 costume. I got distracted. Then let's see. I know I could run this down here, but I kind of like the idea of it up here. So let's have a look. I don't know if I'm going to like it with all these layers behind. That's what I'm thinking. Hello, Amy. I haven't torn anything, Amy, and I hid the fact that the tags were tags. That's the only one that's visible. I think you can handle today's layout. All right. Yeah, it's even something you can use in painting, in putting an outfit together, decorating your house, anything. Yeah. But once you've got that and you don't have to think about it super hard, you can definitely take it beyond 3 colors. More colors, the merrier in my world. Oh, minifig has a lot of eyes, not a lot of M. A lot of eyes. Okay. Now, oh, I gotta look at it this way. The light is glaring on the glitter, and I'm not sure about it. Hey, WB, do you want to come make a decision? Okay. Okay. So if you come have a look at this title, it says, new costume, new minifig. Yeah. Do I leave this where the title is, and that's the perfect placement for it? do I bring the second line of the title, new minifig, and put it down here underneath the photos? Do I keep it here but move it so that it ends over here? 1, 2, or 3 options.
Well, is the line bit journaling?
These?
Yeah.
These 3 are, yes.
Okay, then keep it up there.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to have the dragon egg.
Okay.
Don't want the...
Okay, so should I leave it here so that the news are stair-stepped? Or should I pull it over? Okay, so just leave it where it is.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Okay, go make yourself a cup of tea or something.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Right. Or there's some ginger in the fridge. Okay. He says leave it where it is. Okay, let's just tidy it up then. Okay. It's a lot of layers behind the letters, but there we go. Right, so we've done an embellishment cluster over there, a little bit of an embellishment cluster here. I want something here. I think maybe we bring in one more floral. And we split it between there and there. There. This needs something. Whoop. Yes, Shell, I'll get that to you today. Don't worry, it's not going to slow your stamps down. You're all good. Sorry, after I sent that email yesterday to people who hadn't paid their postage, I then was working the rest of the day. I had photo shoots yesterday, so I did that bit in the morning and then was not going to be able to come back and do more until today. Right. But I'm on it. It's not slowing you down. Don't worry. Okay. What can we find that can sit right here? Gold. Oh, actually, there is a bit of that gold glitter on here. I was kind of thinking that was jokey. But actually, the gold could work. Okay, but we need something else with it. No. Oh, what about pie chart? It's too random. Yes, Kelly sent. No, Sophia, they've got no school today. But I don't like how he's sounding in his head. He needs more to drink. Let's see if it shakes it out. Right. We go back to the red. Where's the red scrap that's left? Here. Oh no, Kelly's posties in her neighborhood are on strike. So annoying. But yeah, it'll be on its way to you, no problem. And then as soon as they decide to deliver it, you'll be good to go. Oh, I hope they get whatever they need, if and then get things back to working. All right, I want to cut this into something. What do I want to cut it into? Looking for my trusty label punch. I'm not sure where I put it. label. Where would you be? Okay, let's just go with something we can do with scissors. Ready? Oh, Sophia, he has ginger every day. Yeah. Most every day. Especially in, oh, I didn't do that one very well. Especially in the winter. So a box plus a hole punch can give you a label. I just need to not have punched that one quite so extreme. So we'll line that up underneath the green so I still get a bit of the autumn coloring there. And add the gold heart there. It gives me a little bit of writing space here. Like the date would be good there. And you know what? I know it's not in the kit. I think I've got a smaller sticker version of that blue camera. And that would be so handy to coordinate. Let's have a look-see. There's a tiny puffy aqua camera. And the small stickers though, do I have the blue one? Let's see what we can do from these. Puffies and small stickers that we had the small stickers in a different month's kit. Purple, pink and blue, aqua, pink and red, yellow. Okay, and here, same yellow, purple, yellow, pink. Ah, there's the blue one. Okay. Tiny little camera to go over here to match the big camera up there. Hello, Mel. Okay. Then confetti and gold mist. And I think we're done. Let's have some of that light pink because this sticker sheet, if you haven't noticed, has hearts. So let's bring those hearts. There's asterisks as well. Why can I not say that word? Stars. Those kind of stars. Okay, so that was kind of the medium-sized heart, I think. And we'll do two over here. Let's bring two with the camera up here. We've got that kind of confetti going on. And maybe, how many orange hearts do I have left? I've used most of them. I have one tiny one, 3 big ones. Okay, so maybe I don't use those today. Gold mist. Let's cut this flower that goes off the top edge. Gold. And then we'll be done. Got lots of journaling room down here. Mel, yes, we have various parts of the UK have had snow. I know some friends had snow this morning. We've had snow earlier in the week. Here in London, the ground was quite warm, but we had this really weird day where it was like coming down in giant clumps of snow, but absolutely too warm on the ground. So it was kind of melting in front of your eyes. Nothing was able to stack up at all. So it was kind of like it was raining snowballs. And mostly just a real drop in temperature, so it was much colder than it has been. We've had a really mild October, November, and then all of a sudden, I'm wearing thermals and my big coat. And we stopped to buy gloves on the way to the theater the other day because it had dropped so fast. Like, okay, there's gloves. There's 2 for 1 on gloves. Let's get gloves. So that was funny. Now, I promised, let's look at the October version with the same starting point, because we started there in terms of strategy. We made this sketch for today. And then this is our page from today. So we've got this look up at the top, and all that journaling space at the bottom. And in October, the one we did with that strategy was this one. Yeah. So 1/3, 2/3 in the background, but we did a page that we could write straight onto. So definitely completely different look, even though I've started with the same sketch. And they both have plenty of room for writing, but this one more set up for one longer piece of writing, where this one is lots of bullet points. Yeah. We did Halloween scrapping in this year's story yesterday. Look-see. Hold on. So if you're in this year's story, did that, which was very fun. All right. So there you go. Thank you for joining me. I'll be live again on Monday at 1:30 p.m. UK time. And on Sunday evening, I will post the times for the week for everything. But I, at the moment, don't have any intention of changing from the usual time for Best of Both Worlds next week. So it would be Monday at 1:30 and Friday at 10 a.m. Have a great one. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to if you want to give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Thanks. Bye-bye.